40. Same year as Cantrell.
Kim Peek's Rain Man, who was the man who prototyped the protagonist of the cult movie. In 1988, Barry Levinson's drama Rain Man, about two brothers who are forced by fate to travel across America by car, was released. Dustin Hoffman played in the picture Raymond, who suffers from savantism, in which mental disabilities have an island of genius, incredible abilities in one or more areas. Dustin Hoffman's character had a very real prototype, living at the time in the United States. He was born in November 1951 in Salt Lake City, and already at the moment of his birth, it seems was doomed. His oversized head, his cranial herniation, and the complete absence of the corpus callosum that connects the left and right hemispheres of the human brain left the child with no chance for a normal life. The infant was immediately diagnosed with autism, and the doctors explained to the parents that with these abnormalities, the boy named Kim Peek would never learn to walk, read, or communicate normally. Over time, it turned out that the initial diagnosis was wrong, and the little boy didn't have autism, but savantism, a giftedness syndrome. From an early age, Kim Peek began to amaze those around him with his phenomenal abilities. At first, he easily memorized books that his mother read to him, and then he recited them with pleasure, causing genuine amazement to his parents. He was not a year and a half when his father noticed that Kim Peek could read. By the age of 3, he was not only reading voluminous books and newspapers, but masterfully using a glossary to search for the meaning of unknown words. He memorized the full Bible when he was 7 years old and developed his own system of storing books in his home library. His father was in charge of his son's education, since there were no specialized educational institutions for such children in the United States at the time. Despite the fact that by the age of 14, Kim Peek fully mastered the school program, he never received a certificate of education because of the defects in development. Kim Peek managed to stump scientists. They were sure that the boy's diseased brain could not be the cause of such a bright giftedness. With his phenomenal ability to remember vast amounts of information, Kim Peek couldn't button his own shirt or eat without help. It seems that, with age, his abilities only increased. It was not for nothing that his relatives called him Computer. Kim Peek knew by heart about 2,000 books. He knew the schedule of all the planes and trains, and maps of all American cities. Its seams were imprinted in his memory in the form of photographs. In 1984, fate gave Kim Peek a chance to become nationally famous. Writer Barry Morrow met the phenomenal Kim Peek as part of the Association for the Mentally Handicapped. This encounter shocked, first of all, the writer himself, who, after meeting Kim Peek, wrote the screenplay for the movie Rain Man. The writer didn't try to describe the life of the gifted Computer. He only took his abilities as the basis, giving them to his character Raymond Babbitt. The film, directed by Barry Levinson, won 4 Academy Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, the Grand Prix of the Berlin Film Festival, and 2 David D. Donatello Awards. Kim Peek, who had previously been shy and withdrawn from public scrutiny, learned how to talk to people, started talking about himself, making jokes and reading not only science books, but also fiction, thanks to the film's success. Later, Kim Peek's father Frank would publish a book in 1996, The Real Rain Man, in which he described his son's life story in detail. This book sparked interest in the study of savant syndrome. It was then that it was discovered that there were only 25 people with this disorder worldwide. After the film was released, Kim Peek began traveling around the country with his father and demonstrating his phenomenal abilities. Scientists have tried to find an explanation for Kim Peek's rare giftedness, but his mystery remains unsolved. The real Rain Man left this world at the age of 58, unable to survive a heart attack.